This video is brought to you by Against the Flow of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is a book about Jake Fayard, a Marine veteran who is unhappy with the political machine running the state of Mississippi. He decides to fight the corruption from the inside. Jake will face more challenges than he ever has and will stand up for what he thinks is right. His notoriously hot temper will push him to the edge of murder, along with his friend and brother Kobe Barhanovich. Together, they will fight the system and give the power back to the citizens of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is now available on Amazon. A link to the book will be placed in the description below. Alright, y'all. I'm going to do a review on an oldie but a goodie. The Kenwood TS 870. Got the matching speaker with it. And good radio. Let me get it off that frequency because, well, I don't talk on that frequency. Just using a G5 RV that I've got probably about 25 feet up, I guess. I'm turning around on 20 meters. Like I said, just a modest setup here, not too much. Located just outside of Jacksonville, Florida. So see if we can get anything on 20. Just tune it up. By the way, the tuner's really fast. Alright, we're tuned up on 20. I want to go to, let's go down to 80. Boom, we're tuned up. Fast tuner. So you're not going to annoy a lot of people on the bands, which is a good thing. So we go back to 20, and we're tuned. We're good to go. Now the bands have been in bad condition for those of y'all who are new to ham radio. The HF bands are really in bad shape due to the sunspot cycle. We're on a down slope of the sunspot cycle, so don't expect a whole lot. I may receive something, I may not. I haven't been on HF in a while. Got that smooth tuner, smooth VFO on it.
Like I call them Ameren now, but Union Electric. And Union Electric built the lake and put some hydro generation in there. And then they opened it up for recreation. So it's been that way ever since.
That guy's got a good signal. I don't know where he's at.
We recently, well, I don't know, 10 years or so ago, remodeled and we put in a bigger boat dock. And when we did, we had to get a permit to do that from Union Electric or Ameren. And in the process of putting in the permit, the guy evidently came out and looked at our dock, and then he saw that we had an old pump up on the shore with the hose down, suction hose going down into the lake, and so we had to get a permit for the pump too.
All right, so let's to PSK. Good strong signals on PSK today. So it receives really well. Let's go up to 10 meters, see if we can get anybody there. Once again, tuned, just that quick. Alright. One thing I want to mention about this thing is the filters. I'm going to go back down to 20. You got your low pass and your high pass filters on here. Got your notch filters, noise reduction. Of course, you have your AF gain, which is your RF gain, which is your for lack of a better term, your squelch. You also have a squelch, an actual squelch for AM and FM modes. Direct frequency input. So if I want to go here and type in 386200. Now we're on 3862, which when I lived in Mississippi was for the Mississippi section phone net. Good processor. This radio was sold to me by a buddy of mine out in Wyoming, and got it for a good price. Like I said, great radio. They don't make them anymore, but best I could tell, they were pretty close to the top of the line for Kenworths for their day. If you can ever get your hands on one, like I said, this is the 870. They also made an 850, and I think the 870's got the better filters, and it's got 2 antenna outputs on the back. So if you wanted to have, like some people run a monoband antenna, one antenna like a tri-band beam for 10, 15, and 20, and put another one up there for 17 and 12, you could do that. Like an A3S and an A3WS, which is what I would love to have. I had an A3S and it was a great antenna. But that's what this is. You know, this is an excellent radio. Great. It's not that great for a beginner, because to understand and get the full benefit of this radio, you really have to know a little bit about HF and about HF communication. But it's got everything else that you'll need. And the going rate on them, I've seen them for about $1,200 online. I've seen them for cheaper, seen them for more expensive. I didn't pay that, but I think I got a friend deal on it. But great radio, hot receive, pretty good on transmit. I'm not going to transmit right now. I just don't feel like getting on the air. But it does transmit, 400 watts out. And I have had this radio for about 4 months now, and I still have not got the full benefit of it. The only part that I don't have the Kenwood PS52 matching power supply. Eventually I'll get one. I've got it ran to another power supply somewhere else. But this probably one of the best HF rigs I've had is this one. And I've had 756s, which is real nice. I've had a lot of the older stuff, the TS 440, which is a good radio. That's a Kenwood. TS 430, and those are just basically bare bones. This is the most, this and the 756 are about the two of the best I ever had, and this beats the 756 hands down. My only complaint is it doesn't have 6 meters, but it's got everything you will need for HF, and it will do FM too. Go up to a 10 meter FM repeater frequency. Alright, let's see. Actually, now we're in FM mode. I'm going to try to put the split on actually. Let's see. I haven't used split in so long, I got to figure out how to do it. Let's see. Yeah, I have not done split in so long. There we go. See if I can hit a repeater. K4 CSA. Oh, it would help if I tuned it, wouldn't it? It's the first time I've tried to tune it for a 10 meter repeater. So when you tune that, the first time you tune something, it may take a minute. Oh, it doesn't like it. That's my antenna, that's not the radio. It just doesn't like that frequency. But you can receive, if you have a 10 meter antenna and you want to receive 10 meter repeaters, I'm just tuning around trying to see if I can hear one. But however you want to do it, good radio. I recommend it. Very happy with it. Talk about the speaker for a minute. You have two speaker inputs on the SP31 speaker. You got it on A, put it on B. Actually, I don't have it hooked up to this radio. I forgot. But I had to move my shack around, so I guess I wasn't really prepared for this video. So I don't have the speaker hooked up. But it's a great radio. It really is. I recommend it. Thank you for watching K4CSA.